unbiased sport here with another weekly match roundup, baby. So we're into another week of the Premier League, you know, and it started on the Thursday, yeah, with Chelsea. Chelsea are in this week twice. Um, I don't know how they've made it into this week twice, but by the time I'm doing this, they've played twice, so I've put them both in here. The first one was against Fulham, 2-1 to Fulham, baby. First of all, let's just say it was a mad game. Felix's debut, and Felix got sent off. Yeah, he looked like their best player on the pitch. Was on there for the bit he was on there. Stupid challenge. Like, I felt a little bit sorry for him because I know he tried to pull out and that. Like, it wasn't the worst, but it's just a dumb striker challenge, really. But they lost 2-1. Willian scoring the first goal for them. Former Chelsea player, of course. Former Arsenal player as well, but let's not talk about that. And then Koulibaly scored from a corner. Obviously, Koulibaly, he's the guy that seems to get these corner goals for them. Even though I'm being honest, he has been pants, in my opinion. But I think they've done that signing too late. But then Vinicius, ex-Tottenham player, fake Mbaps, scored the winner in the 73rd minute. Pereira with an assist again. That guy's on fire. Obviously, Felix got sent off. Chelsea are like 19 points behind Arsenal right now at the top of the Premier League. That is crazy. If you told anyone that at the beginning of the season, they wouldn't have believed you. 7 wins, 7 losses for Chelsea. That's mad as well. That's a mad stat for them. Then going into the next game, we've got Aston Villa versus Leeds. And what can I say about this game? It was a bit meh when I was watching it. It was all right. It was a bit mid-table-y, like, you know. 2-1 to Aston Villa, of course. Goal from Eric Bailly. Player I actually really like, to be fair. He started to, like, this season, he's actually been quietly decent, like, you know, like he went there and he had a few injuries, this and that. But he's quietly been decent this season. I kind of like him. And then, of course, when Dia scored for them, he's been getting a couple goals this season as well. He's been a bit more impressive. And then Bamford, first goal of the season. He's finally scored. Bamford's finally scored. But it was a consolation goal. You lost. Yeah. Villa continue to improve under Emery. I mean, I can't really say much more. Aston Villa are comfortably mid-table this season. I don't think they're going to be battling for Europa League places. I don't think they're going to be battling relegation. I think they're just going to be there or thereabouts, and that's all they really need this season, in my opinion, because then they'll go to the summer, they'll sign some players and that, and then Emery can start getting a hold of this team. I think they'll be quite a tough little team to beat next season, to be honest, because even though it didn't work for Emery at Arsenal, I do think Emery is a decent manager, and I think the time he came at Arsenal just wasn't the right time. Leeds 2 points off the bottom, 2 points off the relegation zone, man. They need to step up because it's been like last season, this season now, where these guys have. It looks like it's just inevitable that they're going to end up going down. Maybe not now, but within the next however many years. Maybe next season, maybe this season, who knows. But the next game was the Manchester derby. Could Man United do us a favour? Could Man United do Arsenal a favour and take points off City? They could. They took 3 points off City. Now, there was a lot of controversy in this game. Yeah. First bit of controversy was obviously, let's start from the start. Grealish gets the opening goal. City just didn't see things. Man United in the first half probably had arguably the better chances, but it's just like nothing was getting put away. Then City brought on some subs. I think Grealish come on as a sub for Foden. And yeah, Grealish on the score sheet. Again, he's looking a bit better now. And then obviously Bruno Fernandes scored. Now this is the controversial one. For me, that cannot be a goal. In football, that cannot be a goal. it is a goal by the letter of the law, by the letter of the rules, or however they want to put it. They change the rules every season to add these loopholes for corruption, in my opinion. Like, it's mad. Because how this is not offside, like when you see it, like Rashford's there, he didn't touch the ball. That's why it wasn't offside. But he's running at the ball, like he's gonna shoot. Now Edison, I'm sorry, if you're a keeper, you don't know. You're looking, the flag ain't up. Yeah. So what have you been told in football is you play until the whistle goes. So man's obviously watching Rashford thinking Rashford's gonna hit it, or Bruno maybe, and then Bruno shoots. But Rashford being it, implement like he's impacted the goalie's decision. He's impacted a Kanji that was behind him trying to get to the ball. Like for me, that's so mad that that was given, but I don't actually mind because I think City would have won the game if that didn't go in. I did want it to be a draw actually, to be honest. And then Rashford scores Garnacho with the assist. Brilliant. That Garnacho kid, man. He's really good. I've heard that he might sign a contract, he might not. I'm praying he don't. Go to Real Madrid, mate. Yeah, forget Man United. But yeah, man, Casemiro with an assist for obviously the Bruno goal. He's on the assists again, madman. But I think that the win for Man United is good for Arsenal. If Arsenal beat Man United, then it was a perfect result for Arsenal. But Rashford strikes again, man. It's just becoming mad. It's going to be a test because of him, because he likes going against Arsenal as well next week on the weekend. So that's going to be a mad one. And Man United are now only 1 point off City. Man United are officially in the title race, or the title chase at the moment, as we would say. But going into the next game, it's Brighton versus Liverpool, 3-0. Now I know what everyone would be thinking: 3-0 to Liverpool. No, 3-0 to Brighton. Liverpool are in the mud. Yeah, Liverpool are in the mud. Masterclass by Solly March. For some reason, every time, yeah, someone at Brighton plays Liverpool, there's one player that just has a world-class performance. Last time it was Trossard. This time it was Solly March. 2 goals, an assist. Mad. Yeah, now Ferguson got an assist again. Young 18-year-old. I'm liking the look of this guy. Brighton scout. Actually unreal. Yeah, whoever Brighton scouts are, just bring them in. Like, I don't know why Chelsea didn't bring in the scouts from Brighton when they brought in Graham Potter. That don't make no sense to me. Welbeck with a lovely goal as well. I like Danny Welbeck. Not because he used to play for Arsenal. I just think he's a good player that's just been riddled with injuries. So yeah, Liverpool now on the same. They're on the same points as Chelsea now because Chelsea had that extra game. I don't know if they're on the same games. I think they are, but that's mad. They're both on like 28 points or something crap like that. 13 points off the bottom of the table. That's crazy. Gakpo, flattered to deceive. I don't blame him. He's gone into a team that are in the mud, and he ain't the sort of player to drag you out of the mud. I see that when we play PSV, he ain't that sort of player. He ain't like when we play PSV, Arsenal. That's what I can always relate to Arsenal because it's the games I watch in most depth, in depth the most in that. It weren't Gakpo that was pulling strings when we lost to them. It was that Xavi Simons. He was the one that was pulling strings. So yeah, that's how that one ended. Going into the next game, Everton versus Southampton. Now this was a battle of the bottom feeders. These are the battle of the guys that look like they're going to get renegated. Yeah, Everton lost 2-1. Southampton, 2 goals from Ward-Prowse, 1 free kick goal. The guy always scores a free kick. What is this? I actually said to someone that Ward-Prowse is actually quite a dangerous player, and they were like, no. I was like, he'll get your team wins. Like, he'll get your team wins with free kicks. There's certain teams, higher teams in the Premier League that should be looking at him. Onana scored for Everton. Everton are in the mud. First things first, I want to say is like to people, fans. Like, I've seen these Everton fans stopping players, swearing, stop that, man. You know what? Yeah, football fans are starting to piss me off. Yeah, everyone's entitled to their opinion. We come on here, I come on here to talk my opinion. I'll be vexed. I'll say something cool, but to personally attack and go to a player is embarrassing. Because for me, these same people will be like, oh, Karen's. Yeah, Karen that goes into a shop and starts complaining because this ain't right or this ain't right. You're doing the same thing. You're complaining to, listen, at the end of the day, I can understand that your team's doing really bad and it's frustrating, but these are human beings. These are guys that are just playing. I think they're not frustrated as well. There's more than one individual player to be stopping and shouting at. You know what I mean? Um, but yeah, that's disgusting, and we'll get on to another fan being disgusting in a couple games time. Um, Southampton now on the same points as Everton, so they needed that really. Otherwise, they would have been bottom of the table, further behind Everton. So that was a huge, huge win for Southampton. Going into the next game, Nottingham Forest versus Leicester. How is Brendan Rodgers still in a job is beyond me. But to be fair to him, he hasn't been given any funds to strengthen his team, but they lost 2-0. Um, Nottingham Forest, Johnson, 2 goals, looking like a decent player as well. I'm liking the look of him. I didn't know much about him, but he's looking decent. Like this season, I think even when he hasn't scored, he's looked good. But I need to watch a bit more of him because I haven't watched loads. Both assists by Gibbs White. Gibbs White. I think it was like a deja vu thing for them, man. Like it was like boom, boom. It weren't like one after another, but it was like boom, goal assist, same guy. So what the fuck? But yeah, Forest's now go. Ugh, I can't speak anymore. Forest is now gone 3 points above Leicester, so that was a huge win for them. I think Nottingham Forest are pretty safe in this league till next season. If, in my opinion, I think Bournemouth are the only team out of the teams that come up that's going down. Fulham definitely ain't going down. It's impossible for them to go down, in my opinion. But yeah, going on to the next game, we have Wolves versus West Ham. Wolves won 1-0. What's going on with West Ham? Carry on getting bad, West Ham. It relegated West Ham because Arsenal want Declan Rice, and if we can get him for a cut price, I'll take it. Even though Chelsea will probably come slap 160 million on him. And just take him because they're just losers. They're just like money player holders. Like it is what it is, in it. It's the game, and that's why we love the game. But Podence scored. Yeah, Wolves just looking okay since their new managers come in. They've definitely got better. I think they'll be all right in the league. I think they'll stay up, in my opinion. But they just need they've added a few players in January, and I think that's what they need. I think they need a striker badly. But yeah, it was a crucial win for them and a crucial loss for West Ham. So that's mad. Going on to the next game, Brentford versus Bournemouth, 2-0 to Brentford. Brentford win again. Brentford are another team that since they've come up, they've just been good. They've just been good. Like it's so mad, like how it works, like how teams go through these periods of coming up and just being good. Like they're there, and it's just like they've been in the Prem for years. They pick up the right points, pick up good points. They had their odd games. Everyone does, but like bad boys. I like Brentford. I don't really because that last season, the beginning, but I do like Brentford. Another player I like, Ivan Toney, scored. He's back again, back with a goal. It was a pen. People say it was a bit of a dive, a bit of cheating, but I don't really know about that one. Plus, I see so much crap get given and not given anymore that it's actually becoming a madness. And then Janssen scored. That Janssen's also a decent player, you know. Brentford have a few good players, and they've gone above Chelsea and Liverpool in the league. That is nuts. If you thought that was going to happen at the beginning of the season, you're lying. Or you're a Brentford fan that's just gassed. Then going on to the next game, it was Chelsea again. Hello, Chelsea. Are you going to lose again? Against Crystal Palace, are you? No, they won 1-0. Fuck's sake. I really wanted them to lose that one. Havertz with a goal. Apart from that, he was trash. He missed. I really don't rate Havertz. Like he's not built for Premier League, or he's just not built for Chelsea. I don't know which one yet. But he missed a couple chances that, like, if they'd drawn that game, people would have been cussing Havertz. But he scored, fair enough. He gets them crucial goals and that. Ziyech with the assist. They unveiled a player at half time. They unveiled Mudryk that they signed from Arsenal, and now you'll know in other videos I've done, I thought Mudryk was signing for Arsenal. To be honest, I thought it was signed, sealed, delivered. I wanted him, but it couldn't happen. And at the end of the day, when Chelsea are splashing cash like that, what can you do? Listen, if the player don't want to fight to come to Arsenal, go to Chelsea, man. No, I mean, like, there's nothing else I can say apart from you've picked to go to 10th in the league looking crap over going to first in the league. That potentially you'll have a Premier League this season. Now, for me, people are saying, oh, yeah, like, I do have a bit of sympathy for Madrid because I feel like he was pushed into it. But at the same time, if you've got balls, you're not pushed into anything. Yeah, if you've got bollocks as a player and you know your worth, no one can put you anywhere because you'll say no. They would have accepted Arsenal's bid 100% if he said, "I ain't going to Chelsea. I only want Arsenal." Vlahovic done it to us to Arsenal. He said, "I ain't answering the phone to any other club. Yeah, I'm only speaking to Arsenal." No other club will even go in for him because they know there's just not really a chance. They won't even go. Yeah, he didn't do that. He spoke to Chelsea. Obviously, Chelsea, he might have wanted to go to Chelsea. I don't know. Yeah. But if I'm going to be honest with you, I forgot my mic over here. I'm hoping that this whole video ain't gone down in shambles now because of that. That's going to be annoying. But, yeah. At the end of the day, it is what it is. You know, he's gone to Chelsea, and it is what it is, isn't it? It's a hard one to take. We'll see who we get in instead if we get in anyone. But at the same time, you can't dwell on it that much when you're sitting top of the Premier League, baby. Yeah, going on to the next game, it was Newcastle versus Fulham. Now, I was praying, come on, Fulham, take some points off these guys, man, because they're annoying me. They're consistently there. Couldn't do it. Mitrovic with a bizarre penalty miss. He scored, but he kicked the ball onto his other. He sort of slipped, kicked the ball onto his other foot, and then it went in, so it don't count because he kicked it into his other foot. It was mad. And then obviously Isaac back with a goal late, 89th minute winner for Newcastle. Newcastle are looking. It's annoying because Newcastle are there now. That's it. Now they'll sign more players. They'll get better. That's it. But fair play to Newcastle. Fair play to Eddie Howe. Like, people, he's going under the radar. People, like, when they signed him, they were thinking, he was just to get him out of the relegation, but he's not going to get him any further than that. They're probably going to use him, then get rid of him. They stuck with him, and look what he's doing. He's doing bits. And the final game of the weekend was the best game of the weekend. Arsenal 2, Tottenham 0 at the shithole stadium. At what was it? What was it that Robbie from AFTV called it? Shout out Robbie from AFTV. He called it Lightwork Lane. Yeah, that's the new name of the stadium. Lightwork Lane, baby. 2-0. Easy. Walk in the park for Arsenal. First goal was an own goal by Lloris. Saka doing Saka type things, ripping right backs, bullying right backs. I heard his parents got called in because he's been bullying too much. Yeah, it's mad. Obviously forced the error. Lloris, man. People were putting Lloris over Ramsdale in combined 11s, man. I'm so happy that happened. This is why that happened. Karma. Yeah, because all these Spurs fans lying. All these Spurs fans got an agenda against a Ramsdale, yeah. They've got an agenda, so they don't want to put him in a combined 11. Listen, yeah. I've got an agenda against Kane. I don't like Kane. I think he's a bottle job player, yeah. He's a good player, but he's a bottle job player. But I'll still always put him in the combined 11. Why? Because it's just he gets into the combined 11. It's as simple as that. Yeah. But for them to put Lloris in, it was just so nice to see him mess up so badly for that goal. And then obviously Odegaard with the second goal, beauty from outside the box. They're all dunking on the Tottenham fans. Yeah, it was so funny. Party, so gutted. To this day, I'm still gutted that didn't go in. That volley was goal of the season. In that game, that volley, the technique, the way Lloris beaten the post. God damn, man, that would have been such a good goal, man. And he scored a banger against Tottenham in the first game. Like, these men are booing Party every time he gets the ball for reasons probably I ain't gonna even talk about. Yeah, but they're booing him. You're just gassing him up. Keep doing it. Every time we play you, boo my man, please, bro, because he'll continue to put in world-class performances against you. Their team, Romero should have been off the pitch, in my opinion. How this guy stayed on the pitch, but it doesn't matter. The rest of the team, apart from Kulusevski, was poor, pretty average. Kulusevski was decent. Kane was all right. Synonymous, as people call him. I keep hearing people call him synonymous.
I don't know what's going on with him this season. Their whole midfield got bullied. That Sarr, to be fair to him, he looked all right. That Sarr. People get onto Sessegnon. I feel like Sessegnon, he tried that game. It's just Saka's ripping every right. He's ripping every left back in the league right now. Yeah, and you're putting Sessegnon against him. People saying, "Oh, he should have played Perisic." Bro, that would have been worse for Tottenham if they played Perisic. Cool, maybe an attacking threat is better, but like, bro, he would have got ripped even more by Saka. And then at the end of the game, Ramsdale gets kicked by a dumbass fan. He's been arrested now, and that is what it is. What a dumbass prick. And you're a pussy because you've done it and you've run off. Like, come on, man. If you've got to do it with chest. You're going to get caught regardless, bro. Yeah, there's stewards everywhere. There's cameras everywhere. You're getting caught. So if you've got to kick him, get on the pitch and fight him. Yeah? Don't do that because you don't do that. But I'm just saying, don't do that and run away as well, man. You just look like an idiot. Like, I think even Tottenham fans will think this guy's an idiot. And I want to tell everyone, yeah, for that twat that kicked Ramsdale, yeah, don't use this, even Arsenal fans, because this is bigger than football, yeah. Because when player safety, when it comes to player safety and stuff, it's beyond football. Yeah, don't use this as a thing to stereotype all Spurs fans, because I know a lot of Spurs fans who was disgusted with it. I'd be disgusted with it if it was an Arsenal fan. It's just you get them fans in every fan base. They're idiots. Yeah, have maybe one too many beers at the ground. That bottomless beer thing. Maybe it was filling it up too much. The idiot. Yeah, but like it was such a flimsy kick as well, man. This guy's definitely dead at football as well, man. Let's not even get started. But listen, we got in their head. Richarlison, that guy's a baby, bro. I see his interview after, and he's talking about, oh, I didn't shake Martinelli. He did apologise, fair enough. I didn't shake Martinelli's hand. I said he's diving too much. Richarlison's the king of diving. Richarlison dives all the time. Like, what's going on? And then he's telling Ramsdale, don't celebrate. You're enticing, you're getting onto the fans. You're pissing off the fans. This is the guy that was doing pigeon dances for Brazil after he scored a goal. Like, come on, man. Richarlison needs to sort it out and stop being a bitch. Like, come on, man. He's got to look at his own performances and realise that he's played 16 games this season for Tottenham and he scored 0 goals. That's what he has to look at. But that's the end of the weekly roundup. We've got next week coming. We've got Man United playing Crystal Palace tonight. I'm hoping for Casemiro to get a yellow card so he can't play against Arsenal. Still got to get them little cheeky wins in there, even though we can beat them with Casemiro, in my opinion. You got to get them cheeky wins in there, make something a bit nicer, a bit more comfortable for your team. But yeah, that's everything for this episode. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you thought about the games. Let me know what you thought about the instances that happened, like the kick with Ramsdale and the Everton fans stopping and swearing at players. Yeah, and I'll be back. Next time I'm back, I'll probably be doing a pre-match for the Man United Arsenal game. And then obviously reactions. I want to start doing player ratings as well, actually. So yeah, like, subscribe, follow me on all social medias in the description below. Peace.